Stress affects us all. However, there is no universal way that it affects our mind and skin. And the stress of this past year has actually manifested itself into our lives mentally and physically. I'm Symphony, founder of Lotus for Our Own. I launched this brand in 2017 after not finding products in the market that could truly integrate into my Reiki profession and yoga practice that supported overall well-being of the mind and skin, nor aligned with clean beauty. Since there is no legal definition for it, brands and retailers have varying standards and explanations, which cause confusion to consumers, added stress, and my goal is to clear that up. Lotus for Our Own is a clean skincare wellness brand that uses plant-powered ingredients infused with holistic blends that balance the mind and skin of consumers affected by stress without hurting the planet. My goal is to be the #1 trusted clean beauty brand that addresses overall skincare holistically to usher in a movement where holistic clean beauty becomes a standard instead of a niche. According to the Global Wellness Institute, the wellness economy is worth a little over $1 trillion globally, with the clean beauty industry being worth $22 billion by 2024. So it is rapidly growing with no signs of slowing down. 72% of consumers globally place an importance on purchasing products that are clean and healthy. I currently offer 4 yogi-inspired holistic essential oil blends, which are infused in 3 different products. Our lotion candle is by far the best seller as it provides a moisturizer in its solid form, a warming oil to massage into the skin when lit, or an aromatherapeutic fragrance to take throughout the home. I've been featured in Yogi Surprise that has 3,500 subscribers, Stationary Trends. I have a retail presence in 2 locations. I'm a recent graduate of a business cohort and was recently selected to partner with a local store that's featuring local brands making a local impact. Currently, our team consists of myself, founder and lead formulator, Amanda Williams, our freelance creative strategist and content manager, and our social media intern who will oversee our social media content. Brands in our competitive landscape claim to be clean beauty, but use ingredients that are derived through a chemical process or synthetic and/or have limited use, which is what gives Lotus for Our Own an advantage in trending clean beauty. Despite a minimal downturn in 2020 due to the pandemic as it disrupted our distribution channel from in-person to online, my goal is to increase our online sales by testing out paid ads so I can gather data on my ideal customers, retarget potential customers, and evaluate ways to use that data to drive a digital marketing strategy. I'm a solopreneur who has been bootstrapping this business by myself, and I'm asking for $150,000 for operations, branding, and marketing. Thank you.
I love the term solopreneur, first of all, and your presentation was great. One of the things that I think is really interesting, essential oils, aromatics, all these things, it's a crowded space. But I will say, when I saw the lotion candle, I've never heard of anything like that, and I think people will be extremely excited about it. Do you have other products in that space? Because that's truly unique, and I think that alone could be something, a gateway that could lead you into so many different pathways of success.
So there are, but it's very limited because when people think of a candle, how do I say it? It's almost like them processing. So when you say lotion candle, they're still thinking candle to put through the air, not really for the bottle, even for the body, even though they take a regular candle and ask, can they pour it on their body? So the market is really small, but really big at the same time because there are many people who want to do it. It's just a matter of educating them and how to use it and showing them as well.
I'm gonna double click on that. I don't know if you saw my face, but I was like, what? I get that as like a self-care moment. I think that, you know, this is a very crowded space and it's very hard to get to scale. And a lot of the biggest wins in the personal care space seem to come with new category invention. I mean, like body wash or 2-in-1 shampoo. It just drives a whole bunch of innovation. I can't help but wonder if you're sitting on something with a lotion candle. I've never heard of it. I get it. It's going to take education, but there's something about like, can you be the product inventor business instead of just building what's already out there and trying to have differentiation, because there's a lot of competition. So my question for you is, if you went back and you just said you're going to not provide a point of view, but you're going to in fact focus on just new and different product offerings, would that really change the amount of capital you need? Would that really change your go-to-market or how you're running your business? Because I think there's something very exciting in that new category. I've never heard of that before. I'm like, I'm gonna buy one and try it. Is there potential to push harder on that?
So my intent is actually to be the Aveda of Calgon. It's getting me to encourage consumers to put themselves first in all aspects of their life through taking care of them. So hence why the lotion candle became available. Since it was something that people kept asking the market, can you put that candle in me because it smells so good? I was just like, you know what? Well, let me create this and see if that translates over. But it's more of it's a very deep central product, right? It's not something where generally when you're coming home from work, you're thinking about it unless you're already mentally in that space. Yeah. So what my aim is, and what we plan to do through our marketing strategy, is creating that element. Again, like I said, I'm looking to be the Aveda of Calgon. So using some of those elements for people to really say, you know what, when I've gotten through with dealing with the 9 to 5, the kids, the chores, and everything else, I'm going to indulge in this very product right here.
So, Symphony, go ahead, Amanda.
I was just going to chime in. It's like those peel off masks that you see on TikTok, and everyone, we put those masks on our face, like a whole category has been created. This candle goes with that moment when you're sitting there with 20 minutes with that thing on your face. Like to me, it's the body version of the face mask that so many people are now buying.
I love that. I think, Symphony, we're all excited for you, and we all want you to be successful, and we're all just cognizant of how crowded the space is. Right. And so it's like, what's that thing? You bring such passion, you have such vision, but what's that thing that's going to give you a little lead to like get you in there and really differentiate the brand? But like, you're going to be successful, and we believe in you. Tell us about operationalizing this and co-manufacturing. I mean, who's making this when you have hit those higher levels of scale? You can't do it artisanally by hand. Can you scale this? Do you trust clean supply chain to build this at scale for you?
Okay, so that is our plan over the next year. I want to say one to 2 years, which is finding a cosmetic manufacturing plant that makes by hand. I actually found one that was in Daytona, Florida, but because they're not locally in Atlanta, and I'm the type, I'm kind of micromanaging right now. I like to pop in and see what's going on. But through what they did for us in our initial launch, it was completely satisfactory. So as we see ourselves going towards being in more retail locations and getting an increase in orders, we are looking at doing, delegating that part of fulfilling retail orders through custom manufacturing. But some things that are just small, I'll still be handling them in-house with a small team. And then aside from that, we're investing a lot of funds into building a strong marketing campaign. So this is it. How this product is going to be that number one rise is through a strong visual campaign, showing people not only what the product is, but showing them the after effects, what the solution it's going to give for them, which is the calming, which is the self-care. So with bringing on a marketing strategist, a branding strategist who has that visual element to be able to create that story, we plan on running these ads through Facebook, maybe some in-store signage, through our email list, creating a community. I call them Lotus flowers for now, but just getting the whole hype about it and getting people really into it. So it's just not something that I'm only using as a last minute item, but something that becomes a daily thing that you do.
To vote, visit Razorfy.co and select today's event. Enter your donation for the pitches you loved and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate. And finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days. And remember, There's a $5 minimum for your vote to count. Your donation keeps a Black or brown women in business. You are changing the world with Black Girl Ventures.